What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another video. I appreciate you tuning in as always. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future uploads. We got plenty of content coming in the new year. In this one, I want to talk to you about which asset is better, ES or NQ. And I know everyone's going to have different opinions on it. People are going to disagree, have different answers. It may not even be ES or NQ. They're going to be trading YM or the DAX, anything like that. But my answer is probably going to be I don't care which one's better. I care about which one is going to be making me the most money today with the best opportunities today, and the answer is going to always be changing. I think I fell into the trap of that in the new year of just trading one asset, which is nothing wrong with that. I do like to be specialized in it and be in tune and in touch with the same asset every day. But I don't think you need to be trading just one or solely block out everything else, where I think you could be flexible and not hold your strong opinions too strongly. Whatever's going to trade the easiest today, the best setup today, the most trending structure today, that's the one I'm looking to take, right? I'm still not going to stretch myself out too far. I fell into the trap of that on the Forex side of things by watching 10 pairs. Not going to be doing that. But for this one, I wanted to show you a few examples of ES versus NQ, and then you can come to your own conclusion. So if we look at just a few markups here on trading view of ES and NQ, this first one's going to be on ES. I really like this trade off the New York VWAP. Clear bullish structure, break of high day VWAP. You know, that's my bread and butter trade. I actually even like the re-entry that I gave. I added into this position because now we're really holding this New York VWAP twice, right? We don't need to talk about the strategy too much in this one. I have plenty of videos on this, especially this markup in itself. But this is at 10:38 in the morning. Let's look at NQ at 10:38 in the morning. Not bad. Definitely bullish structure. Just a little bit floating. Not off a key level like ES just was. So I'm going to have to give the edge to ES on this markup of just says, yes, it does pull back on ES as well. It's not just straight up, but your stop loss would definitely be safe as it holds that New York structure that you would be wanting to be a below, still building bullish structure. On NQ, this might freak you out or even stop you out before it then breaks above the high day view up again and works out the second time. So both clearly bullish, both have good trades, and both break the high day view up twice. But maybe this NQ one takes on a little bit more heat because a little bit overextended, not fully giving you that retest to New York like ES did here. All right, so on that day, on Wednesday the 11th, I want to be trading ES. Now let's go to this day on the 3rd on ES. Now, definitely not the cleanest price action for longs. Maybe we're building some lower highs on top clearly as we get to there again on this green circle. But we do kind of have a double bottom down here. We're above the New York VWAP, but we're below yesterday's New York VWAP in blue. I don't know what I want to do here. Do I want to say we're going to reject it again and come back lower? But we clearly have some support down here that we keep bouncing from. It's kind of rangy. There's no real long or short in control. And this is at 1246, this green circle. This is ES. Let's take a look at NQ at 1246 on the same day. Not bearish at all. I'm definitely looking for longs here. We get a break for a new high today. We retest our key level of yesterday's New York. We're actually above it on this one. ES was just below it. And we're off the New York VWAP, opening range high here in black, and a break of high day VWAP. Let's go continue the trend. So NQ had the clear trend today. You were never even thinking about shorts here on NQ, where ES, you maybe could have made money on shorts, but it wasn't really the high probability setup of no trend. So on this day, you'd have to give the edge to NQ being the cleaner structure, the better asset to trade on this day, but not overall, right? Doesn't have to be a one or the other every day today on Tuesday. NQ probably had the cleaner trade, the cleaner structure. You should have been trading this asset. Let's go the very next day after that one. This is back to ES. This had a pop outside the open range low, maybe inducing some shorts. I made a video about this one of how to use that 15-minute because the daily view up was very bullish. It retested it down here, which is why I wouldn't want to chase that. So definitely go check that out. That's part of the 25 days of trading series I did here on YouTube. I think it's day 15 or something like that. So definitely go check that out. But we have a break for a new high a day, retest to our key level of the black New York VWAP, and a break of high day VWAP. Okay, let's go continue trend, because at this point, maybe you're seeing some higher lows be the trend, right? Because you just made a new high a day. And that's at 10:57 in the morning. Let's take a look at NQ at 10:57 in the morning. Not even close to bearish. It didn't make that break for a new low a day like ES just did. All you see is clear higher lows, higher highs above the New York. I'm definitely looking for longs, where ES, you maybe did chase that short lower because it did crack to the downside. But NQ was never telling you to sell it. So it does break outside the open range high. Not taking that first breakout, right? Retest the New York VWAP. We're going to take the second break once it pops back out above the opening range high and the high day VWAP. And definitely clean, identifiable trend to the upside. I don't think you could have ever warranted a short here on NQ. We're on ES. If you are getting trapped into some lower highs down here, I'm sure someone did take that short. So you'd have to be getting just back in long later to make it back rather than just being up on the day, right? So like I said in the beginning of the video, there is no right or wrong answer. There is no one answer. If you show me on Wednesday or Tuesday on the third here, I'm going to say NQ is the better asset. But it doesn't mean overall or forever. You can't trade both. On the given day, the better probability, the better money, easier money to be had was on NQ. But we go back to this day, the better money was on ES. So I think you need to watch both, mark them both up so you can get confidence in trading both of them. And you don't have to stretch yourself out by watching them every day, because some days, many of the days, they're going to look very similar to each other, that if you both take this long here on ES and NQ, you both make money, right? They look like they're running in tangent. There's really no disagreement or divergence. Each person that loaned it made money, right? But there are some days when you're not really seeing your opportunities on a given asset. You could potentially jump to the other one, find your repeatable setup, and capitalize on it, right? So I think you don't want to stretch yourself out too thin by watching maybe US 30, NQ, and ES. Maybe nothing wrong with it, but I think just watching both of them, not even every day am I watching both. If ES has clean structure, I'm just going to keep on trading ES. But if it's a slower day on ES, maybe I'll check out NQ to see if I can find an opportunity on there. And honestly, some days I won't. Some days they'll both be choppy. All right, I'm probably going to be flat today or for now. I'll come back later. But on a given day, you saw plenty of times where, oh, wow, at 12:46 was super choppy here. Well, at 12:46 right here, I could find a clean long fitting my plan in the trend, and boom, you make your money today on NQ, and who knows what tomorrow brings. So I think just study both of them so you get confidence when they do present. You have confidence that they do work out. You've seen it play out on NQ, just like you have here on ES. And all these setups that I talk about and walk through today are in Futures 2.0, as I talked to you about the VWAP breaks, the VWAP bounces, because it is Futures 2.0. It's not ES 2.0. You can trade it on NQ, YM, anything with the VWAP, anything futures. I just heavily majority traded on ES. So you're going to see a lot of ES markups. But the challenge for me in the new year is to keep on trading NQ a little bit heavier, because I see clean opportunities on it. I don't want to have to rule it out of, no, I don't trade NQ. I can't make money on this long today because I don't trade it. It's not part of my plan. It definitely could be part of my plan if it's going to give me opportunities that make me money, fit my plan. There's no reason, if I just showed you this chart and I didn't tell you what asset it was, why can't I be able to trade this to the upside when it's telling me to find a high probability long? Right? Just because of the name on the top left, I can't trade it long? Absolutely not. But I do need to mark it up and study it so that I do know it works out just the same or just as consistently on NQ that it does on ES, and make some tweaks where I may have to, right? So study them both. Let's trade them both in the new year. Let's keep it tight. But the real answer is, well, whatever one fits my plan. It has to be giving you your entry signals, right? On a given day, I don't care about the asset. I care about what the structure is telling me, what my setup looks like. That's what's always going to be necessary first. I don't care if you don't have a strategy. Doesn't matter what asset you're trading, you're not going to make money consistently, all right? So I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you have any questions, I want to know your comments below. What asset are you trading the most in the new year, and which one is your favorite? Do you think NQ is better or ES is better? I know there's definitely a lot of disagreement and different answers in the chat. So let me know down below, and I'll see you guys on the desk tomorrow morning.